Uh, Unfortunately, on this day, we can't talk about, or we can't talk about doing certain accounts anymore. But that was one concern I had. So yeah, with the crashes, with Windows 11, there's two things. There's the crashes, then there's the privacy issues. So Windows recall is a real issue for me, even though uh, we know that there's a level of data that's kept on everybody. The fact that Microsoft's been open about Windows collecting data through Windows Recall and through Office and through Copilot, it's just not a good place to be. So from those privacy concerns, I haven't gone so far as creating local accounts. Not that you can do that anymore. But there's tools on the market that does a full clean out to disable and do certain cleanups to make sure that the privacy is actually kept in Windows 11. So I strongly advise looking for those tools. There's one in particular that starts with R that I've used, and it has gone through and stripped everything out, and everything that I've reinstalled has been a conscious choice of, yes, I accept those privacy issues, I'm going to keep going. But at least I knew that from the starting point I had something that wasn't actually breaking any privacy concerns that I had. That kind of worked. Windows 11 is stable now. I can still do things. It took a bit of effort getting those applications that have privacy back on, but I got there eventually. But the best part is Windows Recall's turned off. Copilot, I haven't seen Copilot for a long time since I did that particular tool. And so all things being equal, it's generally okay. But with my Linux background, I know what life is like in the Linux lane of the highway, technology highway. And so I know there's a lot of people out there that aren't. So, and I can't help thinking that it's the other applications out there that rival Microsoft, they're very good. The effort that's been put into a lot of these distributions in Linux are very good. So I've picked two. Everybody's tripping over themselves for Mint OS or Mint Linux, and Zorin is the other one. So it's a Zorin. So I'm going to try those two. I've been a big Fedora fan. I've been using Fedora my whole probably 10-15 years now. I've been using it a long time. Everything just works. It's super quick, but you do need that technical aspect, whereas the focus of using these new distributions is from a user point of view. For the people that aren't technical, how is their experience? Can they just install and get things up and running and go for it? So I'm going to do a series of that to show people what it's like installing. I'm going to install everything on I'll explain it, but there will be some partition and disk management to get the operating systems installed. I think that's super important for people to be able to see that, so they're not afraid of what they're doing. Yes, disk management can be dangerous, but when shown, it's actually not too bad. And there's plenty of tutorials out there, but I'll go through from start to finish what that looks like and show people, show the audience what it's like. So just quickly to finish up, so I'm using Windows 11 because I have to. The audio recording the Audio Studio Studio One, Persona Studio One. The version that I have, it's not quite Linux compatible yet. I'm running a few versions old. It's a hobby at the end of the day, so I'm not looking to invest hundreds of dollars to upgrade to the most recent. So I'm sticking with Studio One version 4, and unfortunately that's a Windows experience. And that did have its trials and tribulations when I got that installed as well. But yeah, like, Windows has to remain for that at the moment. But as far as everything else is concerned, I'm going to give it a really good crack at moving to Linux, to the alternative Office suites. So just to name a few off the top of my head, there's still Google Suite out there. You can use Microsoft Office online through the web browser, but the thing that comes to mind is LibreOffice. Seeing how that stacks up, making sure files open up, I can change them, save them, and then after that, looking at OneDrive. I'm using OneDrive at the moment. There's some new tools out there. Nextcloud is the big one that I'm pretty excited to have a look at and see if I can get an on-premise, like a home lab server with Nextcloud running on it, and take that off Microsoft as well. So yeah, it's a real shame, and this is just my opinion. These are all my opinions. It really does feel like Microsoft has decided that the user experience and the stability comes second, and everything from data collection to forcing and re-advertising all of their software in their operating systems is number one. And I'm over it. I don't have time for it. The money that we invest into your software is big, and it's just not acceptable. So yeah, this is my love letter and the beginning of my journey of parting ways with Microsoft. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this message, this video. If feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and